Ever wondered what you would do in the apocalypse? Ever wondered what an Aussie would do in the apocalypse? Well, wonder no more in this fun Australian post-apocalyptic themed game by Misadventurous. What would you do if you had the chance to push someone out of an aeroplane? Would you do it? Live those fantasies out in Repella Fella. Repella Fella is a point-and-click adventure where you get to choose your own way as you navigate post-apocalyptic Sydney. You play as a man whose name is, well, not important. What's important is his story. The game draws you in with its typical Aussie twang as the narrator tells the story about the end of the world. This game is not for the faint of heart. It's extremely graphic and takes a page out of South Park's book by not holding back. Deaths are brutal and shocking to watch. This dark comedy is very tongue-in-cheek. From its different death scenes, such as pushing a person out of an aeroplane, to the main character being caught out while taking care of business by his two voices in his head. The narration is also extremely funny. Even the deaths were coupled with a
think I got that part wrong. Now I remember.
There was even a part in the story where one of my choices seemed completely ridiculous and you could see the character agreed and sighed in frustration. Just to get all of the 6 achievements that I had to play through the prologue 3 times. It was entertaining to see how the other reaction from the character was when you chose differently. During the prologue, I didn't see much in the way of what my choices would affect the outcome of the gameplay, although I feel like the perk you choose while you're in the capture would affect how you are in the post-apocalyptic world. Other than these, I felt like they were more to give you a different option or a different reaction or clip to watch. I loved the little shout out to Australian products throughout the world, from wheat bricks, or our typical wheat bricks, to our rim jams, or Tim Tams. The language that was used was very Australian slang, with swearing being very, very common in this game, and finding of different words such as vet, office chops, and regular uses of the word mate and fella. Even the lockpicks were called thieving bastard lockpicks. What impressed me the most though, and it's something I felt really worth mentioning, is that all this work is work from a solo developer. All the art and story was created from one single individual. It's voiced by over 100 different voice actors, with most of them being in Australia themselves. It is definitely an enjoyment to play. Overall, the prologue for Repella Fella was hella fun. I really enjoyed playing through each of the playthroughs and enjoyed watching the different ways that my character would react to different choices. As it's not a full game yet though, I'm choosing to reserve my rating at this stage. I will say though, I am highly anticipating the release of this game and playing the full game when it comes out. You play as a typical Aussie bloke who is in the right place at the right time as the apocalypse hits Sydney. Hand-drawn by just one person, the art is really impressive. It gave me a little bit of a South Park feel with the way that they walk around and look. The game is extremely graphic with its death scenes, so it would be something to be mindful of if you are looking at purchasing it for younger teens. It uses Australian voice actors and Australian songs in this game, and it is a joy to see them being used in game development. I always love it when Australians make something awesome in the game industry because we are so far away from it all down here in the bottom of the world, but we have some seriously talented people down here. You use the WASD and mouse to move around the screen. The mouse will change in places that can be interacted with into an eye or pinching fingers. It was fairly easy to master. If you love tongue-in-cheek dark humour, then this game is for you and you will really enjoy it. It is extremely entertaining and I had a lot of fun playing through the Prologue. You cannot get all achievements without playing through the game more than once. And with each scene being easily skipped if you have seen it again, and the new scenes enjoyable to watch, there is no reason why you can't go back to get all achievements.